Hello, welcome to Uncle Al's Barbecue. We're going to try us a new recipe today. We're going to do us some pan-fried Coca-Cola chicken wings. I don't want to say they're hot wings because they shouldn't be hot. They should be really tangy and sweet and salty. So, from left to right, I'm going to use some butter and olive oil that I'll show you here in a minute in the pan. That's how I'm going to cook them in a pan. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, raw, unfiltered Texas honey, some Kikkoman soy sauce, and at the very end we're going to splash some Coca-Cola in there, and that's going to be like the binder on there to bring all the sauce on there and finish them off in the pan. So, let's get right down to it and put the butter and the olive oil in the pan, and let's get to cooking. Okay, I got the pan kind of going here. You can see a little olive oil and butter. As soon as it melts all the way down, which will be here in a second, we're going to go ahead and toss them in here. And I got them cooking a little bit below medium-high. I did brine the chicken after I rinsed it off in some salt water, and I've had a brine going for roughly an hour. Alrighty, so can you hear that sizzling? Alright, can you hear that sizzle? Let's go ahead and put them on in. This is a recipe that I have never ever done before. So, what the heck is that? So, yeah. Always check your food. I rinsed it off and still found something on there. Had my head shaved. So, this recipe, as I was saying, I've never done it before. It's kind of a mimic recipe, I guess, that other people have tried. And to me, it looked like it was something worth doing. So, since my pan's not really that big, I don't really want them touching too much. That is about all I'm going to be able to cook in this little pan. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wings is pretty good. It's a little snack appetizer. So as these wings are cooking, I will mix up my little mixture here, and I'm going to add the Kikkoman soy sauce in first. Say about 3 to 4 ounces of that. I did leave out a couple of key ingredients. I did do that. I left out a little squirt of some ketchup, just a little bit, and a little squirt of some mustard. Alright. And we will add some honey to it. I know you're watching the chicken cook right now as I mix this, but I'll show you what I did. And about a half a teaspoon of onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and some kosher salt. So on those ingredients right there, I pretty much measured them all the same. And I can show you that right there in that bowl. You see that right there? Alright, so I mixed all them up as I was telling you. So now we'll just get the whisk here and break them all down. And this is just like a little baby coating to put on here. I imagine it's going to be salty. I would say it's going to be a little salty and sweet tangy, because soy sauce is a lot of sodium in there. Hopefully most of it will burn off. I'm trying to cut down on that. Um, but anyway, I don't see it being that detrimental for one little dish here. So, all right, we got the chicken cooking, and I know you don't want to watch 45 minutes of doing the whole cook here, like I did my ribeye. So I will come back here when I flip them over and they're starting to look all crunchy and everything. And then I'll add the sauce to it. Okay. Before I flip these over too, I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt to them. There you go. It's really, it kind of seems like every recipe you cook, you put salt and pepper on it. Okay. Oh, you see them popping up? Yep. Let's just take a peek here. We're getting there a little bit. All right, so there you go. Now, once again, everybody's stove is different. Temperatures are different. I got it on medium high. These are not deep fried. So you're going to kind of have to babysit them some yourself. All right. Okay, we just flipped them on over. And as you can see, we're getting a little golden brown color to them. So we'll do the same thing. We'll add a little bit of pepper in there. A little bit of salt, not too much. It's going to be enough salt, but just a little bit to get on that skin. Now, like I said, I've never made these before, but I am hoping when they're done, they will be crispy. Part of me is thinking I should finish these in the oven. I should get the crisp on the pan here and get the sauce on them and finish them in the oven after I dump the Coke and all that. So, like I said, new recipe. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna let these go at least 5 minutes at least, and I'll come back and I'll flip them over again and let that side probably go another 2 or 3 minutes. Flip them over again. Takes a little time. Alrighty, I let them things cook for about 7 to 8 minutes. You see the bones starting to shrink up a little there. And what I decided to do is I am going to finish them in the pan. So I am going to put a lid on there. And the lid on there will bring the temperature up in there because the steam from the fat and the water that is inside of the skin and the chicken. There's water in all the beef and food. There's water in there. Will steam itself. See how it's doing. So I'm kind of steam them for about 4 or 5 more minutes. Then I'll add the sauce to like glaze it. Make sure they're all rubbed down in there, and then I'll add the Coke. Okay. Well, they're starting to get. Woo, that one's looking pretty good. They're starting to get some good color to them. The meat is turning. Meat looks like it's turning white, right? I'm still allowed to say that. So, I got a little coating on the edge. Now, these are not going to be like a deep fried wing. They're cooked in the pan, as you can see. So, it's a different Wow, that one looks really good. Look at that. It's a different concept. I should have just used all wingettes. Be a little bit more uniform in the pan. But anyway, this is what I had, and this is what I used. You know how it is on Uncle Al's. If you've been watching, we just roll with what we can get. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So, let's go ahead and add our mixture of the honey, soy sauce, ketchup, mustard, garlic powder, and salt and pepper on here. And there we go. So, like I said, folks, never made this one before. Never made this. So I imagine what will happen here is this liquid will get sticky like a syrup. Yeah, there it goes already. It'll get sticky like a syrup. Yeah. There we go. Ooh, it smells good. Oh, man. Oh. Very, very Asian influence on this one. That soy is just kicking. Yeah, so. Ooh, we're getting some covering on here. All right. Now this one right here is starting to look Showtime now, isn't it? Let's put some. Look at that. That looking Showtime. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot easier with the wingette than the drumette. Especially this bad boy got some meat on it. So, just trying to coat them. Just trying to coat them. So, let's check this out in the pan. Can you see that? Okay. So we can go ahead and stir them around a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so now it turned into a paste, kind of almost to, we're getting into a syrupy consistency now. Yep. So I'm gonna just go ahead and let these cook with no lid on it. Let's see if I can continue to get them crunchy. Man, I mean, how's that looking? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna cook them 3 more minutes on this side, and I'll flip them 3 more minutes on the next, and we'll add the Coke. But shoo, man, you can't smell it, but I can. Well, I'm telling you, it's like some soy sauce, Asian teriyaki type smell in a way. The soy's in there. Some of the other seasoning. Yeah, almost, yeah, kind of a teriyaki thing. Okay. Okay. Now, we got these wings going on here. Flipped over. I hadn't put the Coke in yet. You see how they're starting to look out like a barked out brisket or some smoked ribs? That is the sugars from the honey that's causing that coating. They're not burnt. Okay, I don't think they're even cooked all the way yet. But that's the sugars from the honey and everything going on there, giving it the appearance of that. Have you ever seen a brisket or my rib video? If you looked at my ribs, when you pull them out of the oven, they appear to be black. Okay, but that's just the seasonings and the sugars that burn off. So, now we got the Coke going on in here. Oh, and guess what? Coke's, it's going to have some sort of sugars and stuff in it too, right? Of course. So, like I said, this is a new recipe. Got that on there. We're still cooking at medium. It foamed up. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do, I flip these over. Let me do this side. See how? Let me flip them back because I told you I'd flip them. Here, let me flip them back. Because I mean, presentation is everything, right? So, the bottom side has the sugars on them. After I dump that on there, you watch me do that. So this side did not get the sugars because this side was up. I flipped them over to show you what I'm doing. So there we go. Calm down. Calm down, people. See? All right. That wing's not burned, is it? No. All right. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer off and reduce down for about 4 to 5 minutes and put it down here on low and put the lid on it at a small edge angle. Okay, so some steam will come out of this lid and just let it reduce itself down. And they should be done. You know, they kind of look like they're done right now. But I want to reduce the sauce all the way down. That was the reason to put the Coke in here. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let them work their magic, and I'll show you what they look like when I think they're finished. All right, folks. The wings are done in the pan, and I did put them in the baking pan like I mentioned earlier. I put them in the baking pan and put them in the oven at 10 minutes for 350 degrees. Okay, now the skin on these, from what I can tell right now, is not going to be crunchy like a deep fried skin. But I did want to make sure that they're thoroughly cooked through. The bone is poking out here. They are hot. I don't know if you can see the steam or not. But anyway, I consider these wings finished. They're hot. The oven is off, so I'm going to put them in the oven and let them cool down for about 10 minutes. And then I'll give them a bite and show you what they look like. Okay, folks. They are out enough, cooled down enough to where I can eat them. And I'm saving those for my wife. And here they are. I took a bite of that one. See? You can see that? It's cooked all the way through. It's a completely different flavor. It's not crunchy, but it's cooked. Let me try a little ranch on it, see if that does anything. Yeah, the ranch makes it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There we go. So it's cooked. I'm trying to describe the flavor to you. It just really is an Asian type hot wing, but it's not hot. You can taste the soy and some of the seasonings. You can actually kind of taste, imagine that, you can kind of taste some Coke in the background. There's some sweetness in there too. Must be from the honey. I think the only thing that I might change on this recipe is I might give it a little kick and add a little cayenne to it. So there they are. Pan fried Coke cooked wings. You may really like them. Give them a try. It's different. I think this would go really, really good with just some rice. I mean, this is an Asian dish. So, oh heck, let me adjust that. All right, there we go. So yeah, it's an Asian dish. It's got the Asian flavors in there. If I was gonna go full blown Asian like that, probably put a little ginger in there and little bit of cayenne or something for some kick. But anyway, they turned out pretty good. Give it a try. Thank you again for watching Uncle Al's Barbecue. Hit that sub. Don't be scared.